No flash photography. I would like you to take note of all the exits around you and in case of an emergency. And I would also like to let you know that there is a 15-minute intermission. Thank you and enjoy the show.
It draws on apace. 4 happy days brings in another moon, which oh methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will take away the time. And then the moon, like a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword and won thy love, doing thee injury. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, Gynegius. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaints against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander.
Sup.
And my gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes, and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice verses of feigning love. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious duke, be it so she will not hear before your grace. Consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? The advised fair maid, Demetrius, is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would, my father looked, but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
To die the death.
Or to abjure forever to the society of men.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Look, take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond and fellowship. Upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius, as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia. Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. As she is mine, and all my right of her, I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I will avouch it to his head. Made love to Nedar's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes with idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess, I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But, Demetrius, come, and come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for both of you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, or hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
or else misgraft in respective years.
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
Or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes?
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance of a morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly I will meet with thee.
He promised, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay, Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching, oh were favors so yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. For the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. So teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helen, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty would that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander myself shall fly this place. For the time I did Lysander see seemed Athens is a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell that hath turned a heaven into a hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time when lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, there myself and Lysander shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us. And good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helen, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens, I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know, and as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things and vile, folding no quantity, love, and transposed to form, dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hailsome heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved in showers of oaths. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then will he to the wood tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense, but herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here? You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is a scroller, every man's name, who's thought fit through all Athens to play an all interlude for the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Marry, our play is, the most lamentable comedy in the most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the weaver.
Ready. Name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Yes, yes, yes! Yeah! What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask for some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest. Yet, my chief humor is for a tyrant. Oh, I could play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phibiscar shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of your players. Oh, but this is Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover's more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is a lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, Faith. Let me not play a woman. I have a beard come.
That's all one. You shall play in a mosque, and you may speak as small as you will.
Well, I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. Oh, I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe. Ah, Pyramus, lover dear, thy Thisbe dear and lady dear.
No. You shall play Pyramus, and Flute you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus' father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, the lion's part. And I do hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it's nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
You can't play no part but Pyramus! For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, one shall see in a summer's day. Therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Masters, here are your parts, for I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to call them by tomorrow night, and to meet me in the palace wood, a mile out of town, by moonlight. There we will rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we shall be double company our devices known. In the meantime, I shall draw a bill of properties which all play once. I pray you, fail me not.
There we will meet, and there we will rehearse, most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
Guys, let's check over here. This area is clear, so let's go.
How now, spirits? Whether wonder you?
Over hill, over dale, thorough bush,
Thorough briar.
over park, over pale.
Thorough flood. Thorough fire.
We do wander everywhere.
Swifter than the moon sphere.
And we serve the fairy queen.
To do her orbs upon the green.
Farewell, thou love of spirits, we'll be gone.
For our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she on her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. They do square for fear that all their elves creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I'm mistaking your shape or making quite.
Or you're that shrewd and knavish sprite. Called Robin Goodfellow, are you not she?
That frightens the maidens of the villagery.
Those that hobgoblin call you in sweet puck.
You do their work, and they shall have good luck.
Are you not she?
Thou speakest all right. I am that merry wonder of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I have fat and meat-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. In some time lurk I in a gossip's pool, in very likeness of a roasted crab. Against her lips I bob, and on her dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt telling the saddest tale. Sometime for the 3-foot stool that's taken me, then slip I from her bum, down topple she. And the tailor cries and falls into a cough, and the whole choir holds their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth, and knees and swear. A merrier hour was never wasted there. But room varies. Here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress. Would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous? Oberon, fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Terry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest step of India, or that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon. Your buskined mistress and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded. Oh, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus. Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Pergenia, whom he ravished?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never, since the middle summer spring, met we on a hill, in dale, forest, or mead, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts far in the fresh lap of the crimson rose,
and at old times thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds. It is as in mockery set the spring, the summer, the childling autumn, the angry winter. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies within you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland abides not the child of me. His mother was a vortress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side. Her womb, then rich with my young squire, would follow and sail across the land, to fetch me trifles and return again. As for voyage, rich with merchandise, but she, being mortal of that boy, did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus's wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our rounds and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for these injuries. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory?
I remember?
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not. Cupid, all armed, a certain aim he took, loosened his love shaft smartly from his bow. It landed on a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. The juice of it laid on sleeping eyelids will make or man or woman madly dote the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me the serve, and meet me here, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Once having this juice, I'll watch Titania while she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next living thing she then waking looks upon, be it on lion or bear or wolf or bull, she will pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb. But who comes here? I'm invisible.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander, fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldest me they were stolen unto this wood, and here I am, walled within this wood, because I cannot meet my fair Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is as true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you?
Yes.
Do I speak you fair? Or rather in the plainness of truth, do I tell you, I do not nor cannot love that.
Oh. But even for that, I too love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worse or place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit. Oh, for I'm sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to commit yourself into the hands of one who loves you not, and trust the opportunity of nights with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you, in my respect, are all the world. But how can it be said that I am all alone, when all the world is here to look upon me?
I will run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you! Apollo flies, Daphne holds the chase, and mild high makes speed, full speed to catch the tiger when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not say that question. Let me go! Jeez. For, if thou dost follow me, do know that I will do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, in the field you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wood, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well!
Fare thee well, Farewell, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there?
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it to me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows. There sleeps Titania, some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with this flower I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. There's a sweet Athenian lady in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. You shall know the man by the Athenian garment he hath on, and affect it with some care that he may prove more fond of her than she upon her love. And look thou, meet me here the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now for the third part of a minute, some to kill cankers in muskrow spuds, some war with mice for their leathern coats, and some stay back, the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wanders. Now, to your offices and let me rest.
What thou seest when thou wakest, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak troth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear. Lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms, interchained with an oath, so that two bosoms in a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
My Lysander riddles very prettily. Now, much beshrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied, but gentle friend for love and courtesy lie further off. In human modesty, such separation may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far, be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter to thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen. To that fair prayer say I. Then ends life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest I have gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence. Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said. Despise the Athenian maid. And there the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this. Lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep its seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I'm gone, for I must now to Oberon. Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril, for I alone will go.
I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, whereso she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, I am as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore, no marvel through Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. But who is here? Lysander? On the ground. Dead? Or asleep? See, no blood. No wound. Lysander! If you live, good sir, awake! Awake!
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword!
Say not so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? You have Hermia, then be content?
Content? Yes. With Hermia?
Huh?
No, I do repent. The tedious minutes with her I have spent, not Hermia, but Helen I love. Who would not trade a raven or a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid.
Stop it! Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, young man, that I did not, no, never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye. But you must flout my insufficiency. Good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should therefore of another be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to my stomach brings. And then, with all my power, address your love and might, to honor Helen, and to be her knight. Helen, I'm coming!
Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my chest. Why me, for pity? What a dream was here. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander. What, removed? Lysander! Lord, Lysander! What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word. Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you all not nigh. Either you or death I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, and here's a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn break our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bellybottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By Larkin of parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we shall do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, it will be such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
Nay, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the light?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves. To bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there's no more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
So another prologue must tell that he's not a lion?
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name, and tell them plainly that he is Nick But Snug, the joiner.
Oh, that's not. Well, it shall be so. There's 2 hard things that is, to bring the moonlight to the chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
The calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine.
Hey, Siri.
Yes? Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
Here's what I found on the web for does the moon shine the night we play our play.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Thanks, courteous Siri.
You're welcome.
Why, then you may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon will shine in through the casement.
Hi. One must come in with a bush of thorns or a lanthorn, and say he comes to this figure or to present the person of moonshine. There's another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe says the story. They did talk through the chink of a wall.
One cannot just bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. And let him have some loam or some plaster or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus. And through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. We have spoken your speech. I turn to that break, and so every one according to his cue.
What hemp and homespuns do we have swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? A play! I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors. O dare, savors sweet, so hath thy breath, thy dearest Thisbe. Dear, but hark a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here before.
speak now?
Aye, marry must you, for your must understanding comes but to see a noise that you heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew. As true as horse, that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Nina's tomb, man! Why, you must not speak that yet, that you answer the Pyramus, or you speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus enter, your cue is past, and is never tire.
Oh, as true as horse, that yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange, well-haunted prey! Prey masters, fly masters, help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around.
Why did they run away? This is a knavery of them, to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I shall walk up and down this place and sing that they shall hear I'm not afraid. The who so cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
Bed.
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo, quail, quail, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, as is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue doth move me to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have very little reason for this. But, to speak the truth, reason and love do keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them good friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither. But if I have enough wit to get out of these woods, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of these woods do not desire to go. Thou shalt stay here. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth depend upon my state. And I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I will give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they will sing while on pressed flowers thou dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness, so that like an airy spirit wilt go. Yo, Peace Blossom!
What is your will?
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue and bring him, silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress, with a monster, is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, while in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patchets, rude mechanicals who work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of their barren sword, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed upon his head, anon his Thisbe must be answered. And forth my mimic comes, when they him spy, as wild geese that the creeping flower eye sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his sight, away his fellows fly. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. I led them in on this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass!
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee to do?
That is done too. I took him sleeping, and by his side the Athenian woman, when he waked of force, she must be eyed.
Stand aside. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but this not the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him who loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on thy bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleeping o'ershoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The son was not so true unto the day as he to me. What he have stolen away it cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim.
So should murder look, and so should I. Pierced to the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as clear, as bright as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I would rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur! Thou hast driven me past the bounds of maiden's patience! Hast thou slain him then? If so, never be numbered among men. Once, tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's death. And you know what? He's not even dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee then, tell me that he's well.
And if I could, what would I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. So here for a while I shall remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue some true love turn and not a false turn true.
Then fate or rules that one man holding troth, a million fail confonding oath on oath.
About the wood, go swifter than the wind. And Helena of Athens, look thou find, all fancy sick and pale of cheer she is, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, look thou, bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go. Look how I go! Swifter than an arrow from Tatar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for lovers be. Should we their fond pageancy, Lord, what fools these mortals be?
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one, that must needs be sport alone. Those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why do you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vow so born in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove him true?
You do advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray. These vows? Hermias, will you give her o'er? Your vows to her and me put into scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind now that you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her. He loves not you.
Oh, Helen! Oh, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine! To what my love shall I compare thine eyne? Oh, crystals muddy, how ripe in show! Oh, thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow! Oh, when thou holdest up thy hand, let me kiss! Oh, this princess of pure white, this sea of bliss!
Oh, spite. Oh, hell, I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me that less much injury. If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and super praise my parts when I am sure that you hate me with your hearts.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know. And then with all good power, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena, to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, for I will not. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. But my heart to her, but as a guest lies sojourn, is now home returned to Helen, and there it shall remain.
Helen, it is not so!
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest it to thy peril abide, dear. Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
Art not by mine eye, Lysander, bound. Oh, mine ear, I think it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay? Him love doth press to go.
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love? That would not let him bide. Fair Helen, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Cannot this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you with these contrived? Have you conspired to bait me with this foul derision? None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport. Is all it forgot? The school day's friendship, the sister's vows, love, is it all forgot? Or will you join with these men in scorning your poor friend? It is not maidenly, 'tis not friendly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I'm amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Oh, have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his hand and foot, to call me precious nymph, goddess divine, precious celestial. But wherefore says he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, put by your sitting on, by your consent? I am miserable most to love unloved, and this you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. Hello there. Which fare you well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Helen, hear thy prayers, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena!
Oh, excellent!
Sweet! Do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
She canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, down here, I love thee, by my life I do, and I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say that I can love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tinsel this?
Away, you Ethiop!
Yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat! Thou bird vile thing let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent!
What change is this? Sweet love.
Thy love? Out, tawny Tartar, out! Out, loathed medicine-hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would, if I had your bond was a strong one. Yet, I perceive it is weak. I will not trust thy word.
What? Should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I will not harm her so.
What? You do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? What news, my love? Are you not Lysander? Am I not Hermia? I'm as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you left me, Why, then you left me, God's forbidden, earnest shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me. You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, Faith. What, will you pry answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet?
Yeah!
Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I have perceived that she hath made compare between our statures, and she hath heard her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes!
Pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I am a right maid for my cowardice. I have no gift at all in truishness. You may think that because she is somewhat lower than myself that I can match her, but...
Lower?
Yeah? Thank you.
Oh! Hark again!
Good Hermia, I evermore did love you, did ever keep your counsels, save that, in love unto Demetrius. I told him of yourself into this wood. He followed you, for love I followed him. Now, let me go back to Athens. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that here I leave behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, Helen. She shall not harm thee.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, though she be but little, she is fair. She was a vixen when she went to school.
Little? Again? Nothing but low and little? Why will you suffer her to
Get
flout
you
me thus?
gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering not grass maid, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns her services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, for if thou dost not believe, I will do thee death. Thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I will go with thee cheek by jowl.
Away! Oh, wait, one more thing. Yeah, I'm gonna need that back.
You mistress! All this coil is long of you.
Okay.
Nay, do not go back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest or else committest these knaveries willfully?
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garment he hath on? And so far, blameless proves my enterprise, because I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far, I am glad it did so sort, because their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Aye, therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals astray, as one come not within another way, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, and leaden legs with batty wings doth creep. Crush this herb in the Lysander's eyes, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error of his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg of her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release, and all things shall be peace.
Up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away, thou coward. Art thou fled? Speak. In some bush? Oh, okay. Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookest for wars and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea. Art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I in dark uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou find thy grey light, I will find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Oh, coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou dare, for well I wot, thou runnest before me, shifting every place. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, for thou shalt mockest me. Get thee gone, for I shall measure out my length on this cold bed, and thou shalt be visited.
I am out of breath in this.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Abate thy hour that I may back to Athens by daylight. And sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. Steal me a while for mine own company.
Yet but 3, come one more, 2 of both kinds makes up 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe. Bedabbled with the dew, torn with briars, I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here I will rest me till the break of day. Heavens shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lovers, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb should be known, every man will have his own. Every mare will have his man again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit upon this flowery bed, while I thy amenable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair, large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peace Blossom?
Scratch my head, Peace Blossom.
Not going to scratch itself. I must to the barber's, monsieur, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
to eat?
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. But methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Sweet hay, good hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and bring thee new nuts.
Well, I'd rather have a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people store me, for I have an exposition of sleep come upon me. Oh.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle, gently entwist the female ivy. How I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage I now do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool. I then did ask for her changeling child, which she straight gave to me, and sent her to my fairy to bear him to my bower in fairyland. I now have the boy, and I will undo this hateful imperfection from her eyes. But Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awaking when the others do, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as a fierce vexation of a dream. I will now release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see, Dian's bud or Cupid's flower, with such force and blessed power. Now, my sweet queen, wake, my Titania.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Oh, how come these things to pass? How my eyes do loathe his visions now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head.
Now when thine wake, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the grounds whereon these sleepers be.
Fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night shade. We the globe shall compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night, that I, sleeping here, was found, with these mortals on the ground.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey ho! Peter Quince? Have you seen Peter Quince, yay high, bad fashion? Quince! What about you, sir? Peter Quince? Oh. Flute, the bellows mender! Snout the tinker! Starveling? Oh, there he is. Excuse me. Very sorry. Excuse me. God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he goes about to expound this dream. Methought I was... There is no man can tell what. But methought I was... And methought I had... But man is a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it in the latter end of a play before the Duke.
We will, my queen, up to the mountains and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echoes in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Calydus once, when in a wood of Crete they bade the bear. With hounds of Sparta never did I hear such gallant chiding.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so flued and so sanded, with their heads hung, with ears that sweep away the morning dew. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander, this Demetrius is, this Helena, old Nedar's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
Well, no doubt they rose early to observe the rite of May, and in hearing came in grace of our solemnities. But speak, Aegeus, is not the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Come, let's wake them. Good morrow, my friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin the wood bird but to couple now?
Oh, pardon, my lord.
I pray thee all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking, but yet, as I swear, I cannot truly say how I came to be here. But now as I bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
Excuse me, my lord, but fair Helen told me of their stealth. For this, their purpose unto this wood, and I in fury hither followed them. Fair Helen followed me. I must say that my love for Hermia has melted as snow. It is no longer so. That I only do love Helena, and that I only wish it, love it, long for it, will remain true to it forevermore.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. For this discourse we will hear more anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will. For in the temple, by and by, these couples shall be eternally knit. And for the morn is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Come, away with Athens to us. We shall hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
What?
Finally.
These things seem small and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with a parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks, and I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are we sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, that we dream. I mean, the Duke was just here and bid us follow him.
Yeah, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
They did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let us follow him.
Will you be my bridesmaid?
And by the way, let us recount these dreams that we have had.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Of doubt he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It's not possible. There's not a man in all Athens able to charge Pyramus but he.
No. He hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. He is very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully bottom. Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not escape 6 pence a day. And the Duke would not have given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus, nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom! Almost courageous day, almost happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders. But ask me not what, for if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. I will tell you everything, right as it fell out.
Let us know, sweet bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together. Get good strings to your beards, fresh ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er your parts. For the long and the short is, our play is preferred! In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him who plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out as the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away! Go, away!
Strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these fables nor fairy toys. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of all imagination compact. The forms unknown, the poet's pen, turns them to shapes and airy nothings, gives them a name and a local habitation.
But all the stories of the night told over, and their minds transfigured so together, grows to something of great constancy, yet strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love. Accompany your hearts.
More than to us. Wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now. What masks, what dances shall we have to wear away the long age of 3 hours?
There's a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the Centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Well, none of that. That have I told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device, and it was played last I was a conqueror. The thrice 3 muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting for a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth, merry and tragical, tedious and brief. That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
Who are they that play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, no, my noble lord, it is not for you, for I have seen it over, and it is nothing, nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intent, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
We will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss. Come, take your places. Ladies, sit.
Now!
Grace, the prologue is addressed. If we offend, it is with all goodwill that you may think we come not to offend, but with goodwill to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as mine and contest you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here. Now you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show, you shall know all that you are like to know.
He hath rid his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on the prologue like a child on the recorder. A sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, then wonder on till truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, for if you will know. This beauteous Lady Thisbe is certain. This man, with limer of cost, doth present war, that vile war which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink, poor souls they are content to whisper, at which let no man wonder. This man, with lanthorn dog and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine, for if you will know. By moonshine these lovers think no scorn, to meet a knight's tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which lion hight by name, but just be Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall. Her mantle she did fall. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. And right with blade, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling buddy breast and died. And Thisbe, tearing in mulberry shade, her dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain a large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly, this loom, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
Is the wittiest partition I ever heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim-looked knight! Oh, knight with hue so black! Oh, knight, whichever art when day is not! Oh, knight! Oh, knight! Alack! 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot, and thou, wall, oh, sweet and lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. Oh, wall, oh, sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink, that I may blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. You're a wall. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me. Deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You will see it will fall pat as I told you.
Oh, wall! Full often hast thou heard my moan for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stone. Thy stones with lime and heritage up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love thou art, my love I think.
Think what thou wilt, for I am thy lover's grace. And, like Lymander, I am trusty still.
And I, like Helen, till the fates me kill.
Not Shaphalus to Procris was so true.
As Shaphalus to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou meet me at Ninny's tomb straightway?
Thy life, thy death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my heart discharged so. Being done, wall away doth go.
And now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion roar in wildest rage doth roar, and know that I, Snug the joiner, am a lion fell, for else no lion's dam. For if I should, as lion, come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, of good conscience.
This lion is very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. It is well, leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
You should have worn the horns on your head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself, I, the man the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be out into the lanthorn. How else is it the man of the moon?
He dares not come for the candle, for you see the candle is already in snub.
I am aweary of this moon. When he would change.
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the wane, but yet in courtesy, in all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon. All that I have to say is to tell you that this lanthorn is the moon. I, the man the moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog is my dog.
Okay, but all of thought these should be in the lanthorn. But all of them are in the moon, but silence.
This is old Ninny's too. Where is my love?
Roar!
Oh.
Well run, lion! Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, Moon. Truly the moon shines with good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay. Oh, spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear! Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Thy mantle good, what, stained with blood? Oh, fates, come, cut, thread, and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a near friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that liked, that looked, that loved with cheer. Come, tears confound. Out sword and wound the pap of Pyramus. I, that left pap, where heart doth hop. Thus die I. Thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Take thy flight. Now, die.
No die, but an ace for him, for he is but one.
For he is an ace, man. He is dead. He is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chances Moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should have a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
Oh, she hath spied him already with those sweet eyes.
My love, would dead, my dove, O Pyramus, arise! Speak, quite dumb, dead, a tomb must cover thine sweet eyes. These my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks, are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me. With hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore. Since you have shore, with shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Oh my. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, my breast imbrue. And farewell, my friends. And thus Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu.
And Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
I and Wall too must bury the
No!
dead.
Assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers.
You.
Would it please you to hear the epilogue?
Did someone say epilogue?
Epilogue! 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 Epilogue!
No epilogue. I pray you, for your play needs no excuse, never excuse.
What about our Bergamask dance between our company?
Let us see it.
I want to dance. Key of E?
Yeah, okay, too.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-ba-da-dum. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments so dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? How about
Measure your life in love.
Thank you. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Come, lovers, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall oversleep the coming morn. To bed with us all.
And now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behows the moon, and we fairies that do run by the triple hectates team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now are frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended. You have slumbered here, while these visions did appear. In a weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I'm honest Puck, if we have unearned luck, else escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the Puck a liar call, and so good night to you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.